Okay, I've been asked to do a reading about Shankaracharya, and I've laid out some cards. I want to maybe get a clarifier on one of these here. Okay, yeah. So what do we have? At the beginning of it, we have the path is about, looking at your past and the whole of your life, questioning it at a very deep level. Then we have, to find it, getting out of that desperation, getting out of that drama to bring balance. That's what I wanted to check on this. It wasn't wealth, about money and stuff, but it was about getting the key to open the door to go beyond it. Now, usually when you have the Five of Pentacles, it's the ones that are wounded that are going by the church, okay? And, they're just passing by. Well, in this case, she's sitting out here, and so she needs the key to open the door to go beyond that, go beyond the divide and the worry and the monetary and the drama to come to balance, okay? So if you do the path right and you get to realization, moksha, okay, then what happens is the whole, not the persona, people will still view you the same way, but your consciousness has made a radical shift. The mind is stopped, it's in quietude, okay? And the whole perception of everything has been different, okay? So what do we have next? The key to open the door to get to balance, to go beyond judgment. Now, I like this judgment card for this one because you have her coming here with this thing, coming to freedom, okay? So beyond judgment of your past, of the drama that, you've carried, you have that freeing of that spirit has been released. And all of the things that were there before are ended, like they never were. So where you had before in the realm of divided judgment, perhaps of yourself, perhaps of others, perhaps of other things, there is in that moment of realization, moksha, that freeing up, the end of that type of judgment. We have that he brought a path. He birthed a path, okay? It's like giving birth to something that's going to aid others, okay, in a caring way. It was to shed light, the sun, to shed light on, and so that others may understand, to give them a path. He was also a person of compassion, okay? And I like this one. It's like he's sitting here with a halo kind of around him. The enlightened compassion, okay? Next we have the card of struggle. Now, what's interesting with this is this deck, I've never really looked at it that close, but this Five of Wands, they're not fighting with each other. They're not fighting with it. They are trying to climb, to use these things to get to light, okay? So that's a very interesting one as well. They used the difficulties. Those are the things you question, you look at, and you use them to climb even higher, okay? Yeah. He gave the path and the things so that the people could get rid of their burdens, okay? Now again, usually they show somebody carrying this burden, but he made this burden lighter. He gave away, and usually in the Zen paintings they have, like this guy is the ego, represents ego. So we've got the burdened ego, and we've got her walking and doing the path to discover, to uncover the reality versus carrying that burden. Okay. Okay. Next we have the moon. Now this is when you are, and she's underwater here, but it's the fantasies and the dramas that you have, that one has constructed. And so it's all of those things. You look at those things and you question them, okay? Okay. It's about going beyond these niggling things here, okay? Usually the Five of Swords is being like a dominating of something. In this one, it's not a domination. It's needing to confront those things that are bothering. Okay. Okay. It's about bringing the hope, the star, looking up, and then we come to, you have to want it. You have to want it. You have to want the path more than you want your next breath of air. When you are like drowning, like we've got her here under the water, Last but not least, we have the death and rebirth. Now, I like this one in this card. It's not a skeleton, but you are open to a whole new vista. One is open to a whole new vista. When they come to, again, that death before death. And I like to say it's the death of all death and the birth of all births. It's the end of all that drama. You get to where again you are reborn. Okay, you're open to the universe. It's seeing the face of like the Bible says, seeing the face of the Father. It's like going, and it's more real than anything that you could feel on this plane of Divida that you see with the senses. This is not something that you cognize with the senses. Okay, so you came to that point of that death before death and that awakening, okay, which then he brought. Again, we're coming back here again, brought to people's lives and show them a path and a way forward by questioning what you have, where you're at. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to have to spend some time and use these cards some more because I do like that there's a key there to the door. But you've got to look up. You've got to come out of your pity parties and stuff if you want to regain balance. Okay, and that's what it is. When you get to that realization, it's 0 point balance. You're balanced in all of those things at that point. Okay. Again, the freeing, going beyond the judgment, birthing something new, birthing a new path, shedding light, okay, compassionate. He gave a way for the people to do the struggle to reach the light, to use the things that were difficult to progress, okay? Rather than fighting with the sticks, they're trying to make some going forward to more wisdom about teaching about ego and the burden and the path forward, you know, unburdening. You're going to unburden ego. Okay. Challenging all the illusion that comes. Okay. Going beyond the suffering drama. Giving a way forward. Star to hope. And then the last is that death and rebirth. Okay. And at that point, there is the liberation, the moksha. And in that moment, everything's changed and nothing has changed. Okay, everything and nothing. Shankaracharya taught the path to how to get to Advaita, but also at the very end toward the end of his life, he wrote an ode to Shakti, which is the world of Dvaita. So one goes into that, one goes into Advaita, okay, a new energy, a new, okay, I like that one, Ace of Wands. Putting that energy in a place beyond. But then, okay, one becomes able to use the energy in a beneficial way, beyond fear. We've got the lion behind him, beyond fear, okay? And like I said, at the end, he wrote an ode to Shakti, okay? Ten of Cups, to life, to the, to all the opportunities that one has in life, okay? You go from the thing to Leela. You go from that desperation and things, and you go to the to realization, to moksha, to Advaita consciousness. And then you come back, and instead of the stress of everything, now you've entered Leela, the play of God. It's called the play of God, Leela. Okay? So you come back to a whole different understanding. You know, all of the trials and tribulations, judgments, dramas are gone. And then you go forward, you come back into life, into Leela, the play of God. So that's why at the end, although Shankaracharya was very much talking about Advaita, he wrote the ode to Shakti much later in his life. Because then you, when you come back at that point, rather than stressing about the universe, you've come back and now you play. Okay? And you see the only thing one had to be liberated from was the mind. That's it. The rest of it comes and goes. You know, it's a dance. It's the dream. It's the waking dream. You have a sleeping dream. You have a waking dream. Same thing. Okay. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for requesting it. And please be safe. Be well out there. Much love and light. Namaste and aho.